Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 10 of Breakout, a Modpack by acanthea. So in the last episode, we blazed through actually edition. That went really fast. Let me just come in here quickly and grab these things. I don't know why I didn't set it up with a laser, but honestly, it's going to be much better to use a laser for this mob farm when we decide to do that. But like the mob farm is more of a situational thing that when I need some drops, some kind of drops, that I'll take care of it. But until I have a killer Joe, that's not super interesting to me. So this is something that we're probably going to look into at later. But first, I want to start with Botania, and Botania is going to be kind of slow. So here, I'm just going to come in here and just say, get rid of anything that doesn't really matter. Keep the pick of choice. Get rid of this. Nope, keep the food, and these come here, like so, and the buckets, and let's go and shut the ender up. Okay, sorry. So I don't want this sound, and I did some research, and I cannot find the sound for the explosion. So what I decided to do instead is I'm going to do a second sound muffler. So let's just do that because I cannot stand this sound. Like I just don't want to hear it anymore. So let's do this, and then let's do a sound muffler like so. Take that sound muffler, put it up here, and then we're going to say range 256, blacklist, or not whitelist, add Enderman. Why am I always on cap lock? Enderman. So I think it's the ambient, so let's remove the ambient, and just to be sure, Enderman. Let's remove the screen, and let's Enderman. Let's remove the teleport, and now change it to blacklist. Oh, sorry. And no more Enderman sound. Perfect. Okay, so one quick thing we need to do. Today we're starting Botania, and Botania is going to be painful getting the magic. Oh, sorry, getting the mana. So let's get started. Grab as many of these as I can. Let's go downstairs because that's going to be our main starting power. It's going to be charcoal. I'm just going to throw all of this in here and reopen the cooking, and we're just going to start cooking charcoal like crazy. Perfect. Then I'm going to grab a stack of wood, a stack of stone, yes, 2 stacks of bone meal, and what's in here? You know what? Just while we're there, let's just change that to, do I need melon? I think the only thing that I might need a bit is cactus, so I just want to try and always have something in there so that at least I'm producing some type of resource. So let's grab that, and let's put the cactus in the phytogenic, and I just have to think of changing its spot once in a while. Oh, stupid. When I click this, I got rid of everything. So one stack, nope, 1 stack, and 2 stack. Perfect. You know what? I'm also going to get rid of the skeleton ambient. So skeleton ambient. Perfect. Okay. So now we're ready to go. No, we're not ready to go. We're going to need these 2. Now we're ready to go. Let's break open into Botania. It's really important that I start it as soon as possible because, like I said, it's a bit of a painful process in the beginning. Grab the pure daisy and quest time. Crossroad. South. There is a lovely green lawn beyond the south window, and you see a single flower gently glowing. Botania will introduce you to a more magical type of engineering that is powerful but require its own mystical energy. That's going to give us the Lexica Botania, and it's going to open the quest line right here. And the first thing to do, let's clean this, 24 Floral Fertilizer, and now we have multiple quests open. This one is the long one, so let's read this one first. We bring good things to life. The shimmering white pure daisy surely is a wonder. It has magical effect on blocks placed around it. I've already seen wood and smooth stone affected. I wonder what else I could change. So it wants us to make living wood and living rock. Let's start with some living wood. Basically 24 of each. You can only place 8 around, and it only works in one layer. So this, we're going to have to do this 3 times with wood and 3 times with rock, which is why I grabbed up other stuff to be able to move the quest further. So now we're stuck here. We're stuck until we get mana, but we have Floral Fertilizer. Mere proximity to these magical plants seems to have turned some of the bone meal in my pocket into something else. I wonder what happened when I use it on grass. So it wants us to get one of each of these mystical flowers, which are not all of the possible option, and then it's going to give us a flower pouch, and the flower pouch is a pouch where you put all of the flowers in. You know what I wish they did in Botania? I wish they did a petal pouch also. They only do a flower pouch, and the flower pouch only works for the normal flower. So that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. So it gave us Floral Fertilizer, 24, and as you can see, it's quite easy to make more if we need more. Well, grindy but easy, but we're not going to need to make more. Then we want the invar shears, and click once, 3 appear, click twice, 4 appear. I don't do it more than 3 because the randomness of getting a 4th one is based on space. So I try to always do it 3 at a time. And you know what? This is a perfect situation for my... Oh no. Did I? Phew, okay. I was going to say it's a perfect situation for my magnet. Let's just take 2 seconds and go grab the magnet, because that's going to make things... Oh, and that's finished. So what I want to do right now is concentrate mainly on getting these. The moment they transform, I want to put the next batch in, because until I get 24 of each, my progression is kind of stuck. And you're going to see in the beginning, the progression is kind of fast, but the progression to get to the pick of choice, that's where it's going to get painful really fast. I'm going to explain it a bit later on. Right now, I just want to get to questing as much as possible and progress as much as possible. Turn that on. Yes, perfect. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, 2 pure white lily, pure lily, I think, or white lily. Those are useful. If I had a little bit of progression, I'd be able to use them to make more of these pure daisies. I'm going to need to unlock a couple of things before I do that, and I'm going to unlock more pure daisy just so that we can progress a bit faster. Perfect. I don't even know if we got one of each. I don't think we even got the quest yet, or maybe the quest popped up when I wasn't paying attention. Let me just quickly come here and let's look at the quest, see if it popped up. No, I'm still missing a mystical brown. And you see, that's what I meant with randomness. We got a lot of different flower, but we haven't got the brown yet, and we only have 10 floral fertilizer left. I should be able to get it. If I don't, though, we'll just make some more. So, nope. Still no brown. This is really random. Still no brown. I think it's one of the times I'm going to have to make more. I've never not gotten all of the flowers in, like, I think 16. Like, it's not that hard usually, but it's all random. And today, random doesn't like me. By the way, that random thing that I keep saying, it's something I stole from another YouTuber. There's a game that I've played a lot that I think I finally got it. There's a game that I play a lot that I kind of like called RimWorld. And there's this YouTuber, John Francis, that plays what's it called? RimWorld. And that's a character that you have in there, random, which is like a mode of playing where you get random events all the time, and it's super painful and hard to play through. I've never been able to complete a playthrough on random, so, but he always does his playthrough on 500% difficulty with random, and I'm like, how? I just die within a couple of years. Oh, that's annoying. So every time I do something like that, now I have to break this block, and you know what? I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to cheat it. You're going to see. Okay, so now we have all the flowers. So we can come in here, and we can fill the flower pouch, and that's going to tell us if we're missing any. And we got 4, 7, 2, 3, 12, 5, 4, 5, 2, 6, 10, 1, 7, 4, 4, 7. So now we have one of every single one. Now, for the next part, let's just read the next quest so you understand where we're going. Reproducing flowers. The flowers I'm collecting seems random and rare, but fortunately, they can be grown. Using a single petal as a seed, bone meal to give them a burst of height, and shears to collect the large plant. So it wants us to craft an invar shear. Don't know why invar, but I already have, and we've already picked it. Probably because it has a long durability, and it wants us to make 12 mystical red petal. So basically, the way, like I said, always be collecting. This is the most important thing right now. The rest is, I don't want to say filler, but almost kind of a filler. So let's pick that one and move it one over so I won't lose a stone. That's honestly, since I have plenty of stone, this is cheap. But I do that once in a while when I misplace one, just because of how annoyed I am that it happened. Okay, so getting back to petals, I already have a list here. We're going to want to have 2 lime petal. We're going to want to have 2 gray petal. So gray petal right here. We're going to want to have 4 yellow petal. You know, I have so many of these flowers that I don't need to reproduce them. I'm just going to grab them like that. I'm going to need 5 green. So 2, 3. I'm going to need, and then that's where it gets complicated. I'm going to want a stack of white, a stack of red. It's not necessarily a stack, but it's about what I'm going to need. So why not make a stack at a time? I'm going to need some also light gray, a stack, light gray, and I'm going to need some orange. Perfect. So the way you do it is you take this flower and you craft it into petal, and that's why I was saying, like, I wish there was a petal pouch, because as many flowers as you have, you can have as many petals. And I wish I could just throw them in a pouch. Let's just look here. Is there like a petal pouch? No, so it's not something that's ever been added, unfortunately. Okay, so transform done. I don't know, I didn't hear the sound. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I feel like I didn't hear the sound, and I should have. So I don't want to move to Pure Daisy again for now, so let's just put that here. And now let's show you. So I want to stack, let's start with the red. You know what, in the beginning I can do more than one at a time. So let's remove stuff from my bar. I'm going to do white, red, white. You know what, do I have enough space to do them all? Brown, gray, and orange. Yes, perfect. And now I'm going to move this. I don't need this right here, and I can put my bone meal and my shears. So you plant them like so, and you see the little glowing effect to tell you that there's a petal there. It did the stupid thing that I kind of really don't like that it replaces them, because it's making me plant things that I don't need to plant. And you know what? Let's just do this. I don't want to replant any of you, so I'm just going to push you in here for now, and the gray also, because I have enough of what I need. So let's just grow them. And now do you see these are like double tell flower? They're bigger than what we get by lot. And when you need to get a shear, because if you don't use a shear, they break instead of grab, which is really annoying because you actually need the flower. Let me replace this again, and then we're going to transform them. And did you see these did not go in my flower pouch? So maybe a good thing. To me, it's more of a bad thing, but they don't go in the flower pouch. And what you do is now you transform them. And the good thing is that each gives you 4 instead of 2. So you're kind of making the process faster. But again, like I said, the fact that they don't go into the pouch, when I make those, I usually make them to transform them immediately. So the one that I didn't really need are lime. The rest are things that I want to make more of. So right now, we've grabbed another quest. Let's come here. We've completed the quest. We haven't, you know what? Let's just do a bit more red right now so that we can say that we completed 2 quests. And then we're going to go and craft a little bit of stuff. So let's do this. And is that going to give me, I think that's going to, no, that's half a stack. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And do all of this. And break it all down. And that should give me a stack now. Oh, barely. 62 is good enough. Okay, so I'm going to break this, put down the next layer, and go do some crafting. So come here, do that, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't know why I'm counting it. Guess I have to know how many I made. And let's come in here and collect some quests. So now I'm going to grab the seed. I don't need Floral Fertilizer anymore, and I'm never going to need Floral Fertilizer anymore. So let's grab these seeds, and in here, let's grab the experience, and now we've unlocked some stuff. So first off, we need to make basic crafting. There are a few tools that keep coming up in the guidebook that I will certainly need. We need a Wand of the Forest, a Mana Pool, and a Mana Spreader. So, Wand of the Forest. Wand of the Forest is crafted with 3 living wood twig, which are made like this, and any 2 petals. So you know what? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 2 red petal, like so. Wand of the Forest. Perfect. Mana Pool. I already know the recipe for the Mana Pool. It's 5 bottom like this, and I already know the recipe for the what's it called? The Mana Spreader. It's 6 living wood like this with a mana petal right here and a gold block. So a bit expensive, but at this point we have gold up the wazoo, so it's not a problem. So that's another quest completed. We're gonna claim it, and then we're going to go right into the next one. But I heard the wood pop up, so just let's go and collect, because we always need more material. So let's just take a small break, do this, like so, put some more wood, and let's come upstairs. I'm just trying to rush to a certain level of automation. Perfect. So now we need to make a petal apothecary, and I never remembered that recipe, so let's just look it up. Oh, it's always the cobblestone slab that I forget. So cobblestone slab, like so. Make just one. Don't need all of the other ones, and I used a white petal. Oh, derpy derp derp. Okay, so I'm going to put the petal apothecary right here, and I'm going to bring a water source right here. And in this mod pack, I don't know of any way to automate water into the petal apothecary, but we don't use it enough to be important. Okay, so now that this is done, what's the next quest? I'm going to look at the next quest, but I already know what I want to do. So back, claim this, back. Next quest is getting mana generation, which is what I want to do, Endo Flame. So it wants us to make an Endo Flame. A good start for making some mana, but there are many other options outlined in your lexica. So Endo Flames, and if you look at Endo Flames are made with the petal apothecary, 2 brown, 1 red, and 1 light gray. So I'm going to do something else, maybe? No, I can't right now. Okay, so right now I'm going to need more of these petals because I don't have enough. So let's come back here. I want to craft 6, and it's going to give me 2, so I'm going to get 8. So I'm going to craft 6 of the Endo Flame for now, and 6 of the Endo Flame for now means 12 brown, 6, 6. So we already have 6 of those. We need 12 brown, so I'm just going to put these 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, you know what? I'm here. So let's put some white. Let's put some more gray. I think I'm just, other than the red, I'm going to be transforming the max of everything else for now. And a bit of red. Perfect. Now, Bonemeal, all of these up. And that should let me go and craft my Exoflame. Endoflame? Yeah, Endoflame, sorry. There's so many weird names, and you haven't seen the weirdest name yet. Like in Botania, there's like some unpronounceable names for people that are not English speakers. And I kind of wonder if it wouldn't even be hard for naturally English-speaking people too. So let me grab all of this right now, and we're going to break the wood and put the next layer, and we're going to go and craft some flowers. Perfect. All of this, put the wood, and like I said, let's go collect this. And then we're going to go and make some flowers. And I'm going to show you an interesting trick to make it a bit less painful. And I did not say to make it easy. I did say to make it a bit less painful, because this is always a manually painful process. So water in here first. And now the endo flame is 2 brown, a red, a gray. So brown, red, oh, red and gray. Then we're going to need seeds. Then we're going to need the bucket. So chuck 2 brown, 1 red, 1 gray, and now you see it's ready to transform. Chuck a seed in there, and you get 1. And now the thing that makes it a bit easier is that right-click with an empty end to add back the last recipe. So right-click, chuck this, water, right-click, chuck the seed, water, oh, water, click the right thing, right-click, chuck the seed, and how many do we have? 4, so I just need to do this twice more for now. I could make a big field of endo flame. The problem though is that endo flame doesn't generate that much mana, and the space, like I would have to go and set up downstairs. So for now, I'm just going to grab this, and that's the, like I said, I've already did some tests and I've already played this, so I kind of know what minimum field I want. And the way endo flame works is that they cannot be next to another flower. So 1, 2, 3, just like this. This is just a placer so that I know where to put my mana spreader, and mana pool right here. I'm going to pick up these flowers because if I remember correctly, now that I've put them down with a space in between each, if you put them down after the mana spreader, I think that they auto connect. See, yes, they all have this little check mark to say that they're connected. If they were put before the mana spreader, they wouldn't know what to connect to. So you need to shift right click and shift right click the mana spreader to connect it. Same thing with the mana spreader. Shift right click and shift right click the mana pool to connect. So now this is connected. And this quest unlocked the Automation Kit 7. There are a plethora of options for automating mana production, but one easy but not lossless one to get started with is using a simple pressure plate, open crate, and redstone setup to drop coal or charcoal to your endotherms. A hovering hourglass could also be used to trigger a dropper. Example of this setup can be found online. So I don't know why it gives us 2 oak slab instead of a wood block, but the setup is really easy. I'm just going to, oh, it didn't flame. So first you put the pressure plate here. It has to be within range of all the flowers. And then you put the 2 wood oak slab here, which is kind of why I said, why not just give me a block? Like, I never understood that part. Gives me 3 redstone, 1 here, 1 on top, 1 on the other side. When you do this, see, it connects everything together. Then you put the open crate above this, and you put the hopper right here. And now I'm going to show you why and how it works. Let me first grab a crate, small storage crate, and oof, that's not going to be a lot, but as many charcoal as I can. I'm going to have to do a couple of trips and put this here, and I'm going to turn off my magnet. So that's the problem now. No, I no longer can use the magnet. Sorry. So you put the charcoal in here, and the charcoal falls on the plate. When it falls on the plate, it puts the redstone on, and it turns off the hopper. When an endo flame needs some, what's it called, some charcoal, it just grabs it and it starts burning, and the next one drops. So there is a chance of losing and some charcoal. I'm going to explain how. Let's say that your mana pool was full, and okay, so took the wand and click on the mana pool, and you see that there's just a tiny little blue at the left. It's really hard to see. If I look at the mana spreader, you see that it's green, and see how it's filling? It's filling from the endo flame, okay? So it's keeping up with 8 endo flame, no problem. Each endo flame you can click, and they can also store mana. So let's say that this mana pool was full. Once this was full, this would fill. Once this would fill, these would fill. Once these would be completely full, they would no longer be able to grab charcoal, which means that the charcoal there would stay so long that at some point it would despawn, and then the next one would drop. And after a long time, it would despawn, and the next one. So you could lose all of your charcoal. The reality is, look at, like, it's been working for what, a minute now? I barely see a blip of blue in the gray bar. So as you can see, this is not like a super generation method, So I am absolutely 0% worried about having some charcoal despawn. It's not a thing that's going to happen to us, I'm pretty sure. But I wanted to explain why they said that it was not a lossless mechanism. I'm not worried about it, and there are even ways to set up automation to tell you when it's full, so that you have a warning and you can go and do something about it. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. So right here, we've opened up a couple of things. My goal for the rest of this episode is going to be to finish Orchids, Mana Transformation, Catalyst, Bubbles, Bangles, and Beads, and keep this part for the next episode. So we're going to finish these quests, and then we're going to look into a little bit better automation over here. So right now, if I come back here, what do I need? I'm just going to put a bit more charcoal just to make sure that it doesn't run out while we're talking. Here, because these don't burn for long. Okay, so next up, and by the way, this sound is a bit annoying, and I just wonder what, I never tried to Mana Blaster, Mana Pool Craft, nope, that's not what I want. Spreader, Botania. Let me just take a quick look, ding, blah, 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 blah. I wish there was a way somewhere, oh, recent. Oh my god, I love this. Recent, Spreader Fire. Oh wow, this is amazing. Oh god, I'm so happy I found this. And you know what? The sad thing, oh, it's still making a sound. Oh, it's no longer making a sound. Perfect. So if I go here, Botania, Endo Flame, Spreader Fire, Enderman, Ambient. Oh, that's brilliant. I wish I had discovered that when I was looking at this. Let's come here and see. Oh, not this. Add recent. Zombie Ambient, Stone Step, Wood Step, Click, Metal Step, Ladder Step. So maybe the button click? But that's not a sound that I want to take off from everywhere. And it doesn't seem to have made the explosion, although it must have, because look at everything that I have. So this is good. I'm going to leave it alone. I haven't really figured it out, but let's go back to questing. So back here, let's do the Orchids. It will take a lot more than a few Endo Flames to power it, but you could set up an Orchid and use it to convert smooth stone into ores, though it will cost a lot of mana and make a lot of noise. So it wants us to make an evolved Orchids. I don't know why I'm here. Orchids. Come on. Orchids. So it's made in the Petal Apothecary. 2 yellow, 2 green, 2 gray, 2 red. So I need 2 yellow, 2 green. Ah, I'm going to need my bag. Those are the other one that I was talking about. So 2 yellow, 2 gray, 2 yellow, 2 gray, 2 greens. 2 yellow, 2 gray, 2 greens, 2 red. Perfect. So let's grab some water, like so. 2 red, 2 gray, 2 yellow, 2 green. Perfect. I need the seed to chuck in. And voila, we have an orchid. So this is the orchid they want, and it's going to consume it, which feels weird, but it's because it gives us a floating orchid instead. And the floating orchid is a bit harder to craft, but the beauty of the orchid, it's that, let's say there was lava or water coming down, it wouldn't burn it or break it out of the way, which is kind of super important because you don't want to lose your flower. So that's definitely something you want to do. Let's grab all of this and let's move you over 1 just so that we have a bit more space, and let's continue with the stone like so. I'm really debating, like, I want to show you how it works, but let's see what else I need to do with my mana before I waste mana on this, because it's not something that's really important. If you followed the other episode, the Orchid, basically you put a stone down and it used mana and transforms it into any kind of ore. If you remember, in the last episode, we also got a Lens of the Miner that does convert a block of stone into valuable ore. Whoa! What happened? No! Nope. You're coming into my inventory. I don't want you here. So basically, the Orchid did its job. It found a block of stone and it transformed it into coal ore, which is probably one of the worst things you can get, but okay. So basically, that's the sucky thing. That's what it does. It's basically just what it does. And it's a way, if you look at the definition here, this unique flower can convert nearby stone into valuable ores, including the elusive wub ore. So at some point toward the end, we're going to need wub ore, and the wub ore is a random drop. But for that, we're going to use the atomic reconstructor for sure. Mana is way harder to get, and if you come back here, we still don't know where the exit gate is, but we seem to be going toward Runic Altar and then Terrestrial Agglomeration Plate. Well, we do know what the end gate is, I believe, because if we come here... Oh no, it hasn't unlocked it. So the same way, this is the most complicated metal to make from thermal expansion, and this is the most complicated block to make from actually addition, and this is the most complicated block to make from Ender.io. The most complicated thing to make from what's it called? From Botania is, if I go at Botania and Ingot, basically it's this Gaia Spirit Ingot, but Gaia Spirit means we need to beat some Gaia, so we're not going to have to do that. Then it could be Elementium, but Elementium is something you throw through a portal. Then there's Terrasteel, which you make on a terrestrial agglomeration plate, and then there's Mana Steel Ingot, which you do by... It's basically the evolved iron. Like every mod, like except thermal expansion, if you think about it, in Ender.io, you make the iron into iron alloy. In... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. In actual addition, you turn iron into... I don't remember. You turn iron into... Oh, right here. Into this. Into Inori Crystal. In Botania, you turn iron into Mana Steel. But so, just to cut it short, basically what we're going to want to make is a Terrasteel Ingot. And Terrasteel use a terrestrial agglomeration plate. So you need a Mana Steel Ingot, a Mana Pearl, and a Mana Diamond on a plate, and use... So that's 1/8 of a mana pool. So if we need to make a block of this, just I want you to think about it. If we need to make a block, we need 9. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's more than a full mana pool. We're basically going to need at least 2 mana pools to make one block. And I'm telling you right now, we're not going to need only one block. Sorry. We're going to need multiple blocks. So I'm looking into upgrades for my microphone, and one of the nice upgrades that the new microphone would have is a mute button, so that when I have a cough coming like this, I could just press the mute button and cough. For now, you're going to have to bear with me because muting means I need to go in my settings in OBS and hit the mute button. It's a bit too complicated for my old brain, so I do the best that I can. Anyway, back to questing. So now you know how much mana we're going to need. We're going to have ways of getting more mana, but for now, like, let's just keep it with the Endo Flame. Next episode, we're going to explore other options. And let's finish this questing. So mana transformation. It wants us exposing mundane items, diamonds, yeah, okay, and materials, imbues them with a magical essence and changes them into new things. With new and powerful potential, some things can be changed simply by dropping them in a mana pool. So it wants us to make a mana diamond, a mana powder, and a mana steel ingot. I'm going to... Mana powder is a gunpowder. The other thing is a mana diamond. So let's grab enough to make 1 diamond. Did I already have... You know... Oh, I already had diamonds. You know what? I'm still going to make 1 more. And I'm going to grab 16 iron ingot because in the beginning we're going to need a bit more. So let's just come here And let's transform those. And I'm not transforming too much because, again, not a lot of mana. See, now we have enough mana to do 1 ingot. That would be 1 terrasteel ingot. Thank you, and done. And now wait another 25 minutes. I think we've been generating mana for 20 minutes. So let's come here. Gunpowder, mana powder, diamond, mana diamond, and iron ingot, which I'm going... You can also throw the stack, and it transforms everything. So that's a quest done. So let's come back here, and that's going to give us 4 mana pearls. And mana pearl, guess what? They're made from an ender pearl thrown into, and it's more mana. So that's acanthea's way of removing a little bit of grind by giving you that. Anyway, coming back here, we can now do catalyst and bubbles, bangles, and beads. Bubbles, bangles, and beads. Botania has any number of useful gadgets. No matter what you're doing, one of the most useful is this, the ring of magnetization. We already have a ring of magnetization, but okay, let's grab another one because he doesn't know which pack you're starting with, so you might need the other one. So we need 4 mana steel already, that's why we made 16, and we need a gold and an iron, and we need another 4 mana steel. Like I just said, expensive. Well, not expensive, but it's the other resource that you always need a ton of. And if you remember the Honori crystal, we made 2 stacks to begin with. The only reason we're not making 2 stacks of the mana steel right now is we don't even have the mana to do a stack. So let's do that. It gives us a ring of magnetization. And the quest gives us a band of mana because this requires mana to work. So usually what you do is you chug these 2 in your bubbles, and now you have a ring of magnetization, but it's the same kind of problem where I don't really know how to turn it on or off easily. I'm just going to have to take some time and do a little bit of research at some point to figure it out. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I care that much. I rarely need to be able to use a ring of magnetization, so how much time do I want to waste on something that I don't really need? Basically, not that much. Catalyst. Further changes can be made by using catalyst placed beneath a mana pool. So let's come here and look at catalyst. And catalyst is made from 2 brewing stand, 4 living rock, a mana pearl, and some gold. So, ooh, I need some blaze rod. So blaze rod is easy. I need 2. 1, 2. And I'm going to need 12 of these. Perfect. Let's come back here. Give me the blaze rod. 2 of them. Give me the brewing stand. 2 of them. And give me my catalyst. And this is amazing. Let's come here. Leather. So it wants us further change. Oh, we already read this. It wants us to make a leather and a sunflower. So I'm going to make 2 sunflower, and sunflower are made from ox-eye daisies, and the what's it called? The leather, which is now a much easier way of getting leather than with the cow. The leather is made with zombie flesh. So let's come here, and you know what? I'm going to make 3 leather. So this. And the ox-eye daisy, and let's go set it up quickly to show you. So we're going to come here, and it's on. So no, I don't, like, the moment you have this set up, you don't really want to be doing this anymore. Let's put this back. Perfect. So we're going to put it under here, but we don't want it here under here permanently, because now that it's under here, it transforms stuff. So, better example, I'll just show you what I mean. We're going to need a lot of mana dust. And mana dust, we saw, was throwing gunpowder. But look, now, because of the catalyst, it transforms it into flint, which I really don't need. So be careful. So let's make 2 sunflower, and let's make 3 letters. And usually what I do is I put a piston to remove it and put it back. I haven't decided. I don't know what I need to do. I don't think that I need the catalyst all that much. So for now, I'm just going to remove it and close that back up. And now the reason why I got, so the ox-eye daisy, guess what? It's something you're going to need further on in the pack. It's not forcing you to make things that you don't really care about. So now I'm going to make a satchel, a second satchel, because if you remember, so let's do the basic satchel first, like so. And if you remember, we have enough tin nuggets and signalum nuggets and enderium nuggets to upgrade 2 more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fully upgrade this one because I have the nuggets anyway, and I'm going to be able to fully upgrade another one. And the reason I'm doing that is this one will become my my Botania bag. I don't want to keep the Botania stuff with my normal stuff because, as you can see, Botania has a lot of items, and basically you only use them to craft Botania stuff. So I don't really see the point of keeping the Botania stuff in my normal bag, which is already more than full. And I'll just know that whenever I need it, I have my Botania bag in here and I can just go grab from there. So let's go and push this in here. So that's also Botania stuff. So it's in there. And so that's pretty much it. We've done all of the quests that I wanted to do today. Just going to show you one last thing because I'm the one last thing guy. And then we're going to go into a little bit of automation. So I'm just going to come here and grab that daisy. At this point, we don't really need that much more material, so it's not super important. But when we're going to need more material, I don't want to be wasting a lot of time. So I'm going to grab 8 of these, 2 seeds, and I'm going to be making some more flowers. So I'm going to be making 2 more pure daisies. So check this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check the seed. And I don't have an empty end, but since it's just for the same thing, I don't care so much. Perfect. And now, if we come here and we say pure, there's a form of floating pure daisies. To make a floating one, you need a floating colored flower, which is made with a flower, a dirt, and a pasture seed. Pasture seed is normal mana pool with grass. So 1, 2, 3 grass, like so. I could transform all of my endo flame also. I don't really care for the endo flame right now, so let's just do that. 3 of those. I'm going to need 12 glowstone dust, and I'm going to show you why. There's a really good reason. The recipe is just a bit more complicated than we know. I'm going to grab 3 mystical yellow flower, show the mana pouch back in here, and then we're going to grab 3 dirt right here. Basically, when we were looking at the flower here, right here, it's not a normal flower, it's a glimmering flower. So we need to make these flower glimmer, and okay, so I needed just a little bit less. So 3 glimmering flower, and you grab 3 glimmering flower with 3 pasture seed with 3 dirts, gives us 3 floating, which we put with the pure daisy, and they become pure daisy flower. And now, the reason I did that is, basically now you can stack. So I can go 1, 2, 3. And you can go, and I've basically, in the same amount of space, tripled the amount of wood that I can transform and or stone that easily. Voila, that's the setup I like. Usually, I've sometimes went up to 4, but because then it's easier, 4 is like half a stack. The reason I don't go in for that is that I would have to remove the storage and this lever, and I don't want to do that now. Okay, so let's continue. So that's what I wanted to show you with that. That's going to bring my Botania to an end for now. And we're just going to do a little bit of show and tell setup because I want to go in a time lapse and I want to reorganize stuff. You know what? I'm going to cheat and show you one of the things. Like if you look at these quests, one of the things that it's going to want us to make is a thermal lily. So let's just go and look what a thermal lily is. A thermal lily is basically a flower that generates power. It doesn't explain it. Okay. So I know what it is, so I'm going to tell you. It's a flower that generates power with lava. And right now, I'm burning my lava to make blocks, or burning my lava through this dynamo. I don't want to double my my lava production. I might need to. I would prefer not to, but I might need to. And I'm going to need the mana. All the lava I'm going to use for the thermal lily. I'm going to be making, like, I think 8 of these thermal lily because that's the only way that we're going to be able to brute force through Botania in 3 or 4 episodes instead of having to wait 10 episodes. When I first started playing this, I'm like, I was playing it for fun. I didn't care that it went fast, so I just set up these, and just waited and came here, and whenever I had enough, I would make 8 terrasteel. But now I don't want to wait, and my episodes or my playthroughs have always been about automating and making things as fast as possible. So I'm going to show you the setup for that, and we're going to automate that. And I want to keep the lava, so I absolutely want to replace these 530 RF per tick coal generator by something easier. So what I wanted to show you, and another one that I want to remove, add recent zombie ambient, perfect. So what I want to show you is for my new setup, the beauty, if you remember, I had shown you that these can interconnect. So if I come in my bag and I grab this power, I can put a item conduit and a power conduit on top, and I can even put a liquid conduit on top. But the most amazing thing is that I can use different channels, okay? So I want to remake this setup, and if you remember, we need to be able to filter at least 9. So if I come here and I show you the filters for Ender.io, there's a basic item filters, and the basic item filter, it whitelists only 5 items. So let's make a couple of these. At this point now, we have the, oh, come on. At this point, we have enough resource that it doesn't really matter. Can I come here and yes, this, perfect. Let's just do 5 of these. And then I'm going to grab a stack of this and make more paper. Perfect. And then I can make, I'm going to make 2 basic item filters, but what I want is an advanced item filter. For advanced item filter, it's kind of the same recipe, but instead of being around the hopper, you're adding redstone and a Z-Logic controller. So Z-Logic controller, I think I made some in the last time lapse. So I have 13 zombie head, Z-Logic controller won't be a problem, but now I can grab these 2 Z-Logic controller and make 2 advanced item filter. What did I want the Z-Logic controller for? Ah, I didn't keep one. Okay, give me a moment. That's another thing I want to show you, because in my time lapse, I'd like to also get the Killer Joe. So let's just make some space a little bit here. Get rid of this, get rid of this. I need another Z-Logic controller, so I need 2 soul sand, soul ingot, 2 solarium ingot. Perfect. I need 2 silicon right here. I need a head, and I need a redstone, I believe. So head right here, super easy. Where's my head? Let's make another one. Come here. I need this and the shears. Let's put all of that in, and this is super fast and super nice noise. Z-Logic controller, and if you remember, I had grabbed the zombie in the time lapse. So now I use the soul binder, the Z-Logic controller, and the zombie in 4 levels of experience. That's going to give me an empty soul vial and a Franken zombie, and a Franken zombie makes a Killer Joe. So I can now craft my Killer Joe, like so. Let's go downstairs, and if I come here, what I'm going to do is go like this and put the Killer Joe right here. Let's show the range. Oh, it's in the wrong direction. And I don't know how to turn it easy, so we're just going to do like this and put it this direction. And now show the range. So this is the range of where it's going to kill. So it's going to kill up to here, and it's going to kill up to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this and this with fences or blocks so that no mobs spawn in it. And this part I don't really care, because I'm going to come right here. You know what? Let's go upstairs and make it. We're going to make a fan, like so. Super easy craft. And then we're going to make a lever. You know what? I want to use the click so that it removes the item cleanly. So we're going to make a lever. We're going to go back up downstairs. So now, if I put a fan right here like this, and I break this block, and I put a lever right here, see? It's pushing me. So every mob that gets made will be pushed here within the Killer Joe's range. And the Killer Joe, you just put the sword in it. So look at that. It's going to get us more head, more XP, more everything. Like, it's really, really good. But it needs something. It needs nutrient distillation. So that's the last thing I need to show you quickly. I've already started making some. Nutrient distillation is water with sugar and rotten flesh. So if I come here, do I have a tank on me, or do I need to make another tank? I need to make another tank. It's not a problem. Tanks are cheap. So tank. Basically, I'm going to want an ender tank and not a normal tank, but just for the purpose of showing you quickly. So if I come here, put this here, it's going to fill with the nutrient distillation, like so. Can you just go a little bit faster? The output is a bit slow for when you're waiting for it. It's fast enough, but because I'm waiting for it, now I find it annoyingly slow. Come on, let's go. Perfect. And I don't even know if it's going to auto push though. So you know what? I'm not going to take a chance that it does auto push or not. I'm just going to use a pipe. So easy, and it's not a bother. And I can even use like the cheap fluid conduit. I don't need to use the pressurized one. So like this, and like this. Perfect. And let's put it in output mode, like this. And now this is on. So I'm going to do something stupid just to show you. You have to be careful because it works on players too. So now you must never walk in front of this thing. So let's come back upstairs. Let's grab a laser. I think my lasers are all in here. Let's grab the laser wrench. And oh, do I have lasers? I don't have any more lasers. Ah, don't care about these. So I'm going to grab this laser right here. Okay, not like this. Gonna like this. Perfect. So let's grab the knowledge. Oh, the knowledge of the laser. And let's go downstairs. Let's put a laser right here and not get killed and connect it. Ah, it didn't work. I think I shift click instead of clicking. Or it's too far. Oh, perfect. And mobs are automatically spawning and automatically getting killed. I forgot to put the block back there, so some might get stuck back there. I'll have to go back. But now I have a automated mob farm. And if you give me a second, I'm going to make another tank right here. Because if you saw on the ground, there are some mob drops. The reason that there are... Really? I'm being thwarted because I'm missing some glass. This is annoying. Let's grab the violet burnt alloy and some glass and come right here. And now let's make the tank. So the reason I want to make the tank is, the reason I'm not collecting these orbs is that I don't... Oh my god. Look at these. Press zombie. What? Oh yes, the Killer Joe kills them completely in one go. So let's break this. Let's click on this facade and say output here. And let's put a tank right here. And voila, we're now accruing liquid XP. And because we've emptied the thingamaggrabber. Oh, I didn't want to grab that. I'm hoping there's still going to be some in here. So no. But technically, instead of coming to me, they're going to get grabbed by the vacuum hopper. And the vacuum hopper is going to push it in here. Let's just... This is annoying. I'm getting pushed by the fan. 16... Yeah, you saw it. It went up to 1670. So now we have semi-automated this. I want to change this for an enter tank. Oh, I completely... Oh, dirt. Oh, I'm gonna die. That was stupid. Ah, that was so stupid dumb. I'm gonna show you what I did bad. These are tiny one, and you see, he goes from the back right there. So I need to come here and not die. Well, I don't care if I die, but I need to close this. These tiny zombies walk so fast that the fan doesn't necessarily work on them if you're here. And stop hitting me so I can grab my sword so I can now kill you. And the next one... Ah, there's another one. great. 2 deaths in a row. At least death don't matter in this. I've even proven that you don't lose any XP. So this Modpack is not made to really hurt you in these situations. Okay, so I think, see, there's a tiny zombie back there. The little bugger wants to go out, but I'm never going to let him out. So just put that back right here, and voila. You know what? Maybe I can plug the... I should have put that up there. Anyway, this works. I'm going to have to move. So I'm going to have to move the collector to be closer because you definitely see that some things are not getting grabbed. But that's something I'm going to fix in my time lapse. And the reason I wanted to show you this, let me take 1 second and just show you the one last thing that I need to show you, because I'm going to go in my time lapse and I'm going to be setting all of those things, and I want you to understand what I was doing. Oh boy. Okay, so the reason I wanted this is you can put a basic or an advanced. Basic lets you do 5. Advanced lets you do 10. So now we can reproduce this here that we can reproduce, which means we're going to be able to reset all of this up and make it so much cleaner and easier to look at. So my wall of automation is going to come right here, and I'm going to automate. I don't know if I'm going to have time to set it all up because it's already 50 minutes. Oh my god. I started saying, wow, this episode went so fast that I can complete all of these quests and blah, 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 blah. And first thing you know, it's a 56-minute episode without the time lapse. So I'm going to make a very small time lapse to start doing some setup, but I'm not going to do much more setup. And then in my next episode, we're going to unlock the Runic Altar, and we're going to go for more mana generation. So we're going to go Runic Altar, all of this mana generation, set it all up, and then do a bigger time lapse so that I can automate more stuff. And in the third Botania episode, hopefully we're going to have more mana by then, and we're going to set up the terrestrial agglomeration plate and get going from that. So let's just finish right here. That's the plan. So this is our current small Botania setup, which we're going to make much more important and much more bigger in the next episode, and we're going to move up to the next step. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!
I've been watching you. I've been watching you.